So, like you said, you make it free, you make it valuable, and when they see the value, they get hooked and they buy from the inside. And that's just a great business model. Of course, you can't do that with everything, but a lot of subscription-based stuff you can do.
Hello and welcome to the Vibes Podcast with your hosts, Ted and Med.
I'm Ed.
And I'm Ted, and welcome to the 29th episode, man.
Welcome. thanks for the welcome, bro.
No problem. Today's actually a very special episode because we got our first sponsor.
Nice.
And that sponsor is Audible.com.
What is Audible, man?
Audible is actually a place where you can get free books every month.
What type of books?
They're ebooks, any books, business books. One of my favorites is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
But isn't Audible audiobooks?
They're audiobooks, and they're also PDF.
Okay, so you can read it or you could listen to it.
Yeah, they're ebooks, so you can listen to it on your drive. You can listen to it at home, at the gym, at school.
So I actually started using Audible about a year ago, and I wanted to give it a trial. And there was a free trial like this available, but obviously it didn't include the free book and stuff. But if you guys use our sponsor link, which is audible.com/vibes.
It's Audible Trial. So Audible Trial, TRIAL.com/vibes. It'll redirect you to the Audible's website, where our link will already be in there, which will include one free book
that you get to keep forever.
You get to keep forever. You can download it. You can save it. It's free forever.
Whether you use the thing or not, right? Whether you continue with the trial after.
Yeah. So even if you cancel the trial and you don't use it, you can still keep it. Yeah. So you get it's a 30-day free trial. You get one book. And then if you want to continue to keep it after that, it's $14.95 per month. You get a bunch of member discounts on books, and every month you get one free book.
That's awesome. So it's pretty much you're paying for a regular book, but you're getting all these benefits.
Yeah, so you get a book a month for free for that $14.95. But if you use our link, you'll get the first one free. And then you'll also get a bunch of like discounts on other books that they have. And it's owned by Amazon, so that's freaking awesome. So
one thing that I would recommend from someone coming from someone that listens to audiobooks and someone that actually reads physical books, you can't listen to audiobooks that are like, for example, intense self-help books where you got to take notes and stuff. So you can't listen to these things as in the audio form at the gym or when you're driving, because you have to stop and always take notes. So those types of books, I always actually read it and take notes, which I think I definitely recommend. But whenever it comes to books that are like biographies or something that's like spiritual, or something that's even a self-help book but that's not actually methodical, but it's actually more what you like, philosophy or changing the way you think, those are the types of audiobooks that I would listen to. Or for example, the one that I listened to, one of the books that I listened to was 10X by Grant Cardone on audiobooks. Or Gary V's book, not the new one that came
out.
No, it was the one where Ask Gary V. I think it was called Ask Gary V. So he had a bunch of questions and he actually answered them himself through his voice. So it was pretty much like him speaking to you.
Even through Audible, there's an app on your phone, and then when you're using the app, there's a section where you can click to bookmark that specific area. So let's say if you are at the gym or if you're driving and you want to get back to it later, you can continue on the book and then just click. It's like literally one tap, and it will save that moment for later, and then you can go back and like re-listen to it and write your notes. So I think I honestly think it's a very awesome thing, especially for like people like me, where like I honestly can't stay focused too long on a book. Like I'll read for like 20 minutes and I'm like, whoa, like I'll check my phone. But like while I'm driving, I can't be on my phone, so it's better for me to listen. And it's like you're hitting two birds with one stone.
Yeah. No, I mean, if I think if you're in business, in any type of business, and you are not listening to books or reading books, I think you are completely left behind. Because coming from someone that has coming from someone that has done both, someone that did not read books, I hated it. I always thought, what's the point? I would rather watch TV. To someone that actually was mindful and open-minded and said, let me give this a shot, and then went from reading only 5-10 pages a day, and that was all I could do, like you said, and then slowly building up to 15 pages a day, 20, 30, 40 pages a day, and now I read like a book a week, right? So I said this previously in my personal, for example, posts, but isn't it crazy that if you think about what an actual book is, let's say a business book, right? This person, 40, 50-year-old, experienced their entire life, and said, hey, let me write a book that I think would be beneficial, right? And most people don't aim to write a crappy book. They try to write a really good book that's going to stand out, that's going to stay in history, right? So they pretty much write all that they know about a specific topic, right, as best to their ability as they can, and they present it to you for like 10, 15 bucks. Yeah. Now imagine that as a 23-year-old, right, as us 23, 24-year-olds, that have not gone through the same experiences that he has. And in order to do that, we'd have to live our life, right?
You're basically paying $15 for 40 years of experience.
You're spending 10, 15 bucks for each person's entire life mindset, whatever they've learned, all those topics, and you're learning it in a matter of a week. Now imagine if you do one a week, that's 52 books in 1 year. So you're learning from 52 people in 1 year. Now compare that to someone that's been watching TV all day and hasn't been reading books. Who's going to be more ahead? We can literally be on the same business plan. We can literally be doing similar things. But if I know all these things that you don't, I'm going to be more ahead. So an average CEO reads, I think, 48 or 50 books a year. So that's an average CEO. Like, can you imagine someone that's even higher reading 60, 70 books? Warren Buffett reads a book a day. Tai Lopez reads a book a day.
And when they say like a book a day, audiobook still counts. Or like even like there's this new thing, the mentor box, where it's like literally snippets of that book. Even that like
absolutely does count. Audible audiobooks count as well, because it doesn't matter how you're taking in information as long as you're learning from it. So I don't know, man, like from someone that's done both, and I've seen the dramatic impact that books have had on my life. It's crazy, not in this day and age where it's going so fast and your competition is gonna kill you if you don't step your game up. It's crazy to think to yourself that you can survive in this like era without reading books.
So here's the topic. What do you think of those people that see, for example, Gary Vee that just came out with his book, Crush It, right? Crush It. He's basically just telling you how to monetize your social media, right? In that book, there's people that are literally sitting there like, why is this guy telling me how to do his thing, his secrets? Why is he sharing his secrets for a measly 20, 30 bucks? And they start to think that like this guy is just making money off me by selling me this book, and trying to like use me as like someone that's kind of an easy target to sell a book to, because they are targeting people who are trying to make money and all that. How do you go about people who have that mentality that don't buy a book or don't listen to someone who wrote a book because they're thinking that they're just trying to make money off of you?
Because
like, why would someone share me their secrets? Like, why is Gary Vee sitting there and telling me all his secrets for 20 bucks, 30 bucks?
Because a couple things. One is, if you look at Gary Vee, who right now I'm assuming makes like probably like $20+ million a year. Okay. And I'm assuming also he sells these books, when he sells them, for like 50,000 of the books. He sells about 50,000 books. Let's say he profits about $10 each book, which is a lot. Because if you're selling them for like 15 bucks, I don't think you're profiting $10 after shipping. Let's just say you are,
production,
right?
Just print.
$10 times 50,000 books is what? $500,000. So this guy spends so much time, probably a year or two, writing this entire book, when he makes $20+ million a year, in order to like promote all this waste time to only make $500,000 on these books. I think absolutely not. What he's going for, and I completely agree that he's not doing this for nothing. But the thing is, I don't think he's doing it for the money.
I know.
He's doing it for the value and his legacy, right? He wants to stay permanently in that in history. That's number one. Number two, I also think the value he gives you in this way, you're always gonna look at him in a highlight. So whenever he asks for something back, for him it's easier to receive it from.
So what my answer to that is just these people, it's for credibility, one thing. Right. So if someone writes a book on for example, How to Break a Habit, that's a great book. When someone writes that book, you're looking at this person at a authority that he knows how to break a habit. So when Gary Vee writes that book, he's writing it in a perspective that he has social media down and knows how to do it, and now he's, so to say, selling that information to you, but he's still like keeping his name as Gary Vee, the guy who knows how to handle social media marketing.
Dude, I mean, it just crazy like how these guys write everything that they know, and they're not gonna write a bad book, because if you write a bad book, everyone's gonna shit on it, and when they shit on it, your reputation is gonna go down. Gary Vee is extremely prideful of his work, and he would never write a book just to write it for the money or whatever. He wants to make sure that's an amazing book, so 10 years down the line, people are like, man, this guy's aka crushing it.
Nonetheless, guys, the reason why I was bringing that up is that if you think that way, you won't like learn from these people. These people basically wrote a book based on, let's say, you can find all this information on Google or experiencing yourself, but this person basically spent his whole life experiencing that, and whether if he's doing it for the money, whether he's doing it for the fame or the credibility, you have to look beside that point and understand that, of course, everybody's going to do something for their own benefit, but you have to understand that you're also going to receive a benefit if your mindset is that correct way. So change your mindset and you'll change your life, I feel like.
So one thing that I definitely want to include with this is, and this is probably going to piss some people off, but when your mentality, and this is coming from someone that used to be very cynical of everyone and anything. So if someone did something good, I would always think, what's the reason he's doing it? What's the back route of why is he trying to do this, right? Everything that would happen, I would be like, no, there's a I needed some water, but there's a reason he's doing that, okay? Whenever I thought like that, that's a poor mentality. I could have had $10 billion to my name, but in reality, that's a very poor mentality. I could have $1 to my name and have a wealthy mentality in which I take in all the information. I take in information from the enemy. I take in information from an ally. Right? Now, I might not use the information from the enemy, but I still take it. I take all of those informations and configure it in my head and see what I should use. But whenever you're cynical, you become A, less approachable, right? And B, your mind becomes less approachable of new information coming in. So you're very stubborn, you're very prideful, and you don't learn as much as you can if you are very open-minded to learning things. That's why I've always said I can learn from a 10-year-old. I don't have that pride to say, hey, this guy's 15 years younger than me. I can. Maybe he's seen something with his naive eyes that I haven't seen, and I learned from that. I can learn from a 70-year-old. I can learn from someone my age. That's the biggest thing. No one really wants to learn from someone that their age, because they think, hey, we're at the same level. There's nothing that you know more than me. Instead, they should say, hey, wow, this guy's specialized in something, and he definitely knows more than I do. And I've probably specialized in something that they can learn from too. But if you open your mindset up to that level, then you will learn so fast. And that's what has caused me to have a wealthy mentality. Even when I had $1 to my name, I had a wealthy mentality, and I knew it because I saw that change. I felt that change that happened, you know? There was a spark.
And I think that's it's all about mindset in this. If, let's say, Grant Cardone or Gary Vee, or even first of all, Audible has even just fictional, non-fictional biographies, autobiographies. So if business is not your aspect, you can just get a bedtime story and like you can listen to that if you like that. But specifically talking about the business books and like 10x by Grant Cardone, for example, if your mentality is an open mindset where you will listen to it, you will notice, like I myself have noticed, that I have started to subconsciously use some of the things that he's been saying in my own daily life, and I've noticed change. Change is always good. Whatever he's saying is not necessarily like the right way, it still subconsciously makes you think a different way if you let your mind to. Absolutely. And when it does that, it'll allow you to change your perspective. And let's say I believe that like every like couple months, every 6 months, you should do some sudden like change in your life to get you out of your comfort zone. And every 6 months, for example, when I was working, let's say at Cold Stones, 6 months would pass and I'm like, okay, now I need to move. I need to get another job. I moved into retail, and then 6 months passed there. I'm like, okay, now I need to do something else. I entered at a law firm. 6 months passed by, and then it's like you keep changing, just like complete like sudden changes in your life to throw you off balance. And like when it throws you off balance, the only thing that you have to do is just get back into balance. And when you get back into balance, you're with a new perspective, with a new mindset. You have a stronger. Yeah. So next time, like if someone pushes you down, like you have a better balance. Yeah, so. Absolutely. I think that's mindset is key here. And
yeah, so like we said, guys, give Audible a try, guys. It's a free trial. I think it's a 14-day or 30-day. 30-day free trial. So imagine what you could do with that.
So you can even literally sign up now, audibletrial.com/vibes, pick out a book. You can get the free book, download it into your PC. It will be on your phone. It will be on your iTunes. You can be on your like desktop. You can be literally just like chilling as a file there. You can keep your membership or you can cancel it, and that book will still be there.
Right.
So literally this is like a $15 value, so to say, for free for a month.
Right. So that's audible.com.
Audible trial.
audibletrial.com/vibes. And if you do go through our link, make sure to message us through Instagram or something. Instagram is Vibes Podcast. So we definitely see, and we will definitely extra appreciate you whenever we see that. So
yeah. So if you guys enjoy the podcast and you guys want to support us, that's one way you can do it. audibletrial.com/vibes. But this is we only want to work with people, like, since we're just starting to like get sponsors and different agencies are reaching out to us now. We only want to work with brands that we feel that our audience will get like a benefit to it. So and we saw that this one was a great opportunity, and we feel that this is something that you guys can benefit from. It doesn't cost you guys anything. It literally costs you nothing. You can click the link in the description, and it will directly lead you to that. You can link up your Amazon account to it, so you can immediately just like start using it that way. And it's a free 30-day trial, guys, for a free book. I mean,
right.
Yeah, so check it out.
So with that said, books aside, one thing I want to discuss is this new phenomenon, new game, guys. It's called FORTNITE. If you are a little bit older, I'm sure your kids are playing it. If you are our age or younger,
even older people are playing it, man. Yeah. You'd be surprised.
Yeah. You've definitely heard of it, or you've played of it. Now, obviously, we're not going to go into like actual gameplay, but what we want to talk about is from the business aspect of why we think it has literally taken over gaming. Why everyone has just transformed into this game.
So before we go into that, I want to actually explain what FORTNITE is. It's a battle royale game where it's free to play and it's cross compatible with like different platforms. So for example, a PS4 with a PC and an Xbox. If you have a PlayStation 4, if I have a PlayStation 4, if Medvin has a PC, we can literally play together. And it's a battle royale game where you're thrown into a map, and then with another 99 other people, and the last one to survive this like the map wins the game.
Right.
And it's free to play. That's, I think, the number one thing that's like blew up. The second thing is that the cross compatibility. Third thing is the way that they're doing marketing, because this isn't the first battle royale that's came about. I know PUBG, Players Unknown, and like H1Z1, they're all battle royale games, and FORTNITE is a little bit more like cartoonish, more like not too realistic. They implemented like a building feature to it, and they were working with literally like all hundreds of thousands of influencers through like YouTube, through Twitch, and they're spending like literally all of their marketing dollars on that, and sponsoring those influencers to get other people to enjoy it. And literally these people are just playing games, and they're making a ton of money out of it. Yeah. One of them, which is Ninja, like, or Ninja's Hyper or Ninja.
Yeah.
He just played with Drake, for example. That was like something that was set up, that agencies work together to like, yo, let's get this going, just so we can get the name out that Drake is playing FORTNITE. Who should Drake play with? The best player in the game, which is Ninja right now.
Yeah. Guys, I've played. I don't really play games. Like, for example, I remember when we bought, like, me and Teddy bought Call of Duty, right? We played for like 15 days, and we got over it really quick. We're like, okay, whatever. I don't really care to play anymore. Bunch of other games, you know, it was never really where I got addicted to it at all. But this Fortnite game, guys, I've actually been playing it a lot in the past month, and I've actually uninstalled it a couple times just because I'm like, okay, this is too much. I gotta go back to my work. But then I would always reinstall it because it was so fun. And
what do you think that is?
Playing, I was watching other people play, which is another weird thing. For example, you can watch Ninja play, right? You can watch these really good players play, and it's very entertaining. It's like you're living a virtual reality of another person's life, but it's like another person's virtual life. So it's like an Inception. But I don't know, for like you said, for example, just because it's cross compatible, someone on PC, someone on PS4, they could play together. So imagine you bring all these people together, then you have I think the last reported number was 3.5 million people playing right now. So imagine if someone from PS4 couldn't play with PC, it'd be very limited, right? But if you're playing with all these people together at 4 a.m. or 1 p.m.,
even mobile now.
Playing.
Even on iOS,
which is going to change the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that cross compatibility. The fact that it's different. So it's I don't know. You didn't describe this part, but it's a huge map, and you start on a bus. 100 people are on a bus in the air. So it's a weird logic, but it's a bus that's flying in the air, and then you release. It's like skydiving from a big blue bus. You skydive and you parachute all the way down. Whoever gets on the ground first gets their guns, starts killing each other. And you could play singles, you could play duos, and last man standing wins. Yeah, last man standing wins. And I don't know, like, you can level up, which is awesome. You always want to make it RPG and business aspect, because a customer always wants to see change, like we discussed. So you don't always want to stay at the same level. So level up to level 40, 50, 60, 70.
Yeah, and they're getting a fulfillment, a reward every time.
And then there's also costumes, right? There's different costumes or emojis that you can buy. And these guys, these Fortnite guys are like making a killing. Even, for example, like we said, this Ninja guy, just him playing this game
on Twitch, by the way,
on Twitch.com. Every month he makes about $500,000.
That's not including his donations and like all his other sponsorships.
$500,000 a month minimum cash playing this game for fun. Now imagine you could just play video games and make $500,000. Most people don't make $500,000 in their lifetime. This guy's making in a month playing video games.
So I think as a business aspect, we have to kind of dissect what's going on here. Not all of us are game developers, but you can literally use the same concept in a ton of different other business business ideas. The fact that it's free. Okay, so you first make it free, get people hooked on something that's amazing, that's sick, and that people enjoy. Whether if it's like a subscription-based thing, for example, audible.com. It's free. You can join it free, get a free book. You get them to see the value of it. Okay, so the value of, let's say, Fortnite right now is you can cross compatibility. They spend like literally hundreds of millions of dollars trying to like get that to work, all the like engineering to get it to work, just so that people can enjoy it even more with their friends. So they notice that like what people want, getting to know, like, and they're so like they're very like live on Twitter and like emails, and like their ears are always open for feedback. That's the number one thing, no matter how big they have gotten. They're always listening to feedback. They're always changing it up. Literally every week, new like scans and new things are being updated. So whether if it's like your own website or if it's like a e-commerce website where you're selling, let's say, clothing or whatever, always updating and making it fresh. They offer, I mean, what other like things can you dissect from
just
this?
The fact that they made it free, and the money that they make is in-game purchases. So like you said, you make it free, you make it valuable, and when they see the value, they get hooked and they buy from the inside. And that's just a great business model. Of course, you can't do that with everything, but a lot of subscription-based stuff you can.
And it's genius because, for example, Call of Duty, I spent $60 at the time to get the game, right? But that's all you spend. You get $60 and you have it for a lifetime. There has been like people on Fortnite, they'll buy the game. They won't have to buy the game. I'm sorry, it's free. But they'll spend literally probably hundreds of dollars. And when I'm playing with people and I'll like talk to them and they have like 6 skins on that literally cost $20 to buy that skin, I'm like, dude, how much have you spent on this game so far? They're like, bro, I've spent like $120 in this past month. And that's all because they want to stand out when they're in the let's say in the fields and like playing the game and hunting and stuff from the enemy and be more intimidating. So they're spending more in that month from a free game than buying a $60 game. That like, it's insane.
And the people playing it don't realize it, but slowly it adds up, man.
Yeah, because you buy like a $5 costume and you're like, oh, whatever, and then you'll buy like a $10 one and you're like, oh, okay, cool, and then you see yourself, you're doing a little bit better than you were, and then you're like, oh man, it's working, this is cool, I'm getting compliments on it. They'll buy another one, and they have like these cool dances. I'm sure you guys have seen it on YouTube where like it's like taunts basically, but like you get to, it's like all different stuff. I don't know, it's a cool thing. If you guys want to check that out,
you should definitely play it if you haven't by now.
But, we'll put the download link on this description too for it. It's a free download link if you guys want to check it out.
It's very cool.
And you guys should add us on Fortnite
on PlayStation or PC.
No, on I think my name is Vibes Podcast actually. So you guys can add me if you guys find me there.
Don't add me, I suck.
Maybe we'll catch a game.
Yeah, but with that said, I think that's all we wanted to say. Just make sure, guys, to check out Audible, free 30-day trial, free book with our link, audibletrial.com/vibes, VIBES. So
and subscribe to the channel if you guys are enjoying what you're seeing. We're gonna continue to bring more like beneficial things to you guys, whether if it's like from the sponsors that we work with, whether if it's for Audible or whoever it may be. And also I like this, maybe just dissect certain businesses, what they're doing wrong, what they're doing right. So bring some cool guests. Last week we didn't have an episode, but busy. We've been pretty busy this past week playing Fortnite. No, I'm kidding. But we were working on the sponsorship deal, so we didn't want to we weren't kind of able to post, but now this week we're gonna have one. But subscribe to the channel. If you guys can, leave a review on iTunes or on YouTube, and audibletrial.com/vibes, and we'll catch you guys next week.
With that said, from Med and Ted,
Vibes guys, we're out.
Peace.